So, do you ever try to tell your friends, like, hey man, you're fucking stupid? And they get all mad. And then all you can think for yourself is like, oh, pobrecito. They don't know. And they won't listen. So you know they're gonna stay stupid forever? Well, I did that today. He didn't take it so well. I guess he wasn't ready to find out. But, I mean, I do it too. Like me, I'm literal as fuck. I remember there was this manager at Exotica's. So stupid. He got fired because he was writing IOUs and putting them in the safe and taking money. Like, I'm stealing from you, but here's my I'm sorry note. Now, disclaimer, the managers would let you do that to a degree, but you start stacking like fucking so many IOUs. That's not taking a payday loan, that's stealing. So anyway, he got fired for that, and like, I knew about it, and I was working at another place, and he had gotten fired from another job. Like, this guy he would always get fired. And anyway, so he's there, and he wasn't my manager because I was bar and he was kitchen. But he was there, and he was such, trying to, he's a little guy, and he was like trying to assert his dominance, and this is how I like things, and this is how shit's gonna be ran. Like, okay, but since everybody had to be there, even though he wasn't my manager, I was there listening to his like little talk. So I felt kind of bad for him because he's just like such a little weasel, right? Like, this guy really sucks. So I'm like just sitting there listening, and he's like, and I'm really anal about this and that and all of that, and I'm, like I said, I'm super literal sometimes. Autism be like that. And I was like, it's okay, anal's good. I like anal because it points the rules out and you know what you're supposed to do. You don't have to be like, is this right or is this wrong? I'm not sure. This little idiot thought I was clowning him, which I guess it does kind of come across that way. I'm super anal. Well, I like anal. So he gives me this look of like, die bitch. And I'm standing there all stupid like, what? I thought it was being supportive. People take things different ways. Anyway, this is how I thought I almost died masturbating. My ex-husband, brilliant fuck that he is, I don't know why he changed the windows, because he was so afraid of people seeing him naked. I mean, but just buy blinds, that's what it's for. Anyway, it was like the 4th of July, and there's these big picture windows, and the fireworks are right there. I had my smokables, my drinkables, and I was there in the jet tub, and it was all awesome. And I would turn on the jets, back up to my favorite one, because you have your right position, the one that works for you. And I just kept going and going and going. And the fireworks, it was cool. It was like, okay, fireworks, play around, like, okay. But then, I think I had like 6 jets. And you can have it on, and it'll have a certain power with the jets on, but you can also turn the jets off and adjust it. So I wanted it stronger, and I turned one of them to turn it off so that the rest of the 5 were like more. Well, kept doing that and got it down to 1 jet. And everything was fine, and then I stood up and I was like, oh, my stomach hurts really bad. So I called the ER, and I'm like, hey, wait a minute, is there any way that I fucked myself up, like, for real doing this? Like, is this pain gonna go away, or do I need to, like, come in? Because I've never done that before, not to that extent. And of course, they put me on speakerphone after saying, can you hold please a minute, ma'am? Just hold on. Okay. So then I'm sure I'm on speakerphone, And then they're telling me, okay, explain what happened. And I had to tell them. And you could hear chuckles in the background. And they told me, well, we think that you'll be okay. So, ladies, you can totally do this. Especially if your husband doesn't put out, or your dude doesn't put out. Because it's fucking fabulous. And you won't get hurt. But I thought I had hurt myself. And they're like, no, what I would recommend is, you know, maybe you just got some air, because those jets are pretty powerful, especially if you're working on only one. And I was like, okay, so I'm not gonna die. And they're like, no, but if the pain doesn't go away in like 30 minutes or so, or start to subside, then go ahead and come on in. And I'm thinking, yeah, I'm gonna come to this hospital. I'll go to the other one. I'm not gonna come into you guys. You're already like laughing at me. Like, I would be laughing too. But I'm gonna go to a different hospital and just tell them I have abdominal pain, not like, you know, show up 30 minutes later, the cramps didn't go away. Anyway, so they told me, you'll be fine. Just, our recommendation for you would be maybe try using a lower setting next time. I was like, anyway, the pain went away. So ladies, if you want to follow my, I don't know what you would even call it, but if you want to give it a shot, it's safe, it works, it's fantastic, you will sleep like a fucking baby, and don't call the ER.